All right, good evening, everyone. I think I'm sounding good, looking good this evening. Welcome once again. If you don't know me, my name is Deshaun Bradley. I'm the founder of this site, The Fighting Carrier. And tonight we're going to do something a little bit different here. As you can tell by the title, we're going to do something a little bit different here this week. A new segment I'm going to start doing as well as with my roasting Renfro and cooking NALC and everything else, and continuing to fight behind the scenes to get our message out there. But tonight, before we get started tonight we're going to talk about the Constitution here. I'm actually going to probably start reading a section each day. That's the plan. That's the goal, to read a portion each day. May not happen every day, but I'm going to try to get this Constitution read. And as you can tell from the title, or in the description, I ask a question: is Brian and NALC in violation of Article 1, Section 5? I contend they probably are, but we'll get into that further. But before I get started, I want to give a shout out to my friend down in Georgia, Biloxi, Georgia. Her name is Tasha Robertson. And, December 20th, coming up in a couple weeks, she's going to have a litter of cane Corso dogs out there. So if you're down in the Georgia area, give her a shout out. If you want to know more information, I can get you in contact with her. But December 20th, make a good holiday gift for a dog, cane Corso. She breeds them. Give a shout out to our fellow carrier side hustle there, and that's what I want to do here. If you got a side hustle, side gig, let me know. Do my best to promote it, and hopefully we can. As this economy is going, we all need to support. We all need to help support one another. So again, if you're near the Biloxi, Georgia area, Tasha Robertson. Again, she breeds cane Corso dogs. Matter of fact, on the Fighting Carrier Facebook page, she sent me a bunch of pictures of those dogs that she's previous litter that she had there. So, hey, check her out and let me know. I can get you in contact with her. If you're down in the Biloxi, Georgia area, and hey, help one another out. So that's my first sponsor. The second sponsor of this show is Cass County Cutlery and Woodworks. That's actually my store. That's actually my business that I do. I sell outdoor knives, kitchen knives. We also sell planter boxes here too. Especially when we get ready for the spring months. You need a planter box, and we got you covered there. We sell wooden coasters, bird houses, all handmade. We make them ourselves out in my garage, and we sell them there too. So Cass County Cutlery, CassCountyCutlery.com. If you need any information, want any pictures or whatnot, let me know, or just go to my Facebook page, Cass County Cutlery. I got a lot of information there, a lot of pictures there on Facebook, CassCountyCutlery.com. All right, so let's get started with this tonight. As I said, I'm going to do the Constitution of the NALC, and we're just going to begin with Article 1, and just read straight down this. And if I have anything I want to add to it, if I see something that catches my eye, look at it this way, friends. This is my first time reading this out loud. So as I'm reading this, I'm going to react in real time. This is not a recorded studio or anything. And this is my first time reading this Constitution. And so, we're going to just hit it and go from there. This also includes some amended by Commission of Chicago, Illinois, August 8th to 12th, 2022. And I think there was another amendment that my brothers once again added to it as well. But it's neither here nor there. I'm going to read what it is here on the NALC website. The Constitution of the National Association of Letter Carriers of the United States of America. All right. Article 1. Name, powers, and objectives. Section 1. This labor organization, hereinafter referred to as the Union, shall be known as the National Association of Letter Carriers of the United States of America and shall be identified by the initials NALC. Section 2. This document shall be known as the Constitution of the National Association of Letter Carriers, Constitution for the Government of Subordinate and Federal Branches, Constitution for the Government of State Associations, Constitution and General Laws of the United States Letter Carriers, Mutual Benefit Association, and Health Benefit Plan. Section 3. The Union shall have jurisdictions to make its own Constitution, rules of discipline, and general laws of the United States Letter Carriers, Mutual Benefit Association, and Health Benefit Plan. Section 4. The National Convention shall be the supreme body to which final appeal shall be made on all matters emanating from members, branches, and state associations. There should be no geographical limitations on the jurisdictions of the Union. So I like this point right here. It says all of us have powers here. You know, the National Convention is a supreme body, but matters can emanate from the members, the branches, and state associations. So even members, you know, one person can initiate a matter there, but then again, the supreme body is the National Convention. Now here's section number 5 I want to talk about tonight. Section number 5, and when I read this, kind of glanced at it earlier, just the first line there. Notice what it says here in Article 1, Section 5. The objects of the association shall be to unite all letter carriers and other employees of the Postal Service for their mutual benefit, to obtain and secure all rights as employees of the United States Postal Service, and to strive at all times to promote the safety and welfare of every member in conjunction with the Postal Service, to strive for the constant improvement of the service, and to create and establish the NALC Life Insurance Department and the NALC Health Benefit Department, to construct, maintain, and operate the NALC buildings in the city of Washington, D.C. and other localities, to establish a non-contributory retirement program for officers and employees, to sponsor a non-profit retirement housing facility in East Lake Wales, Florida, to be owned and operated by the National Association of Letter Carriers, Retirement Educational Security Training Incorporated, NALCRES, and to establish and operate under rules adopted and promulgated by the National Executive Council, a fund composed wholly of voluntary contributions by the membership, to be used at the national and local levels exclusively for the purpose of assisting candidates without regard to party affiliation for election to federal office who favor legislation in the interest of labor. Said fund to be separate and apart from all other monies and funds of the Union. All right, that was a mouthful here, but let's break down Section 5 here a little bit. The points that I want to touch on here from section number 5. The very first line, it says, the objects of the association shall be, the first thing, to unite all letter carriers and other employees of the Postal Service for their mutual benefit. Okay, let's stop right there. To unite all letter carriers. Okay, you see it right there. So my question here is NALC, Brian Renfro and company, are they in violation of Article 1, Section 5? To unite all letter carriers. Have they united the letter carriers? I contend that over the past few years, with a 2-tier pay system, we have not been united. They have not united us. They divided us into Table 1 and Table 2. That violates the Constitution right there. You know, Rolando, Renfro and Company, that's not uniting the carriers. Right there and there. Think about, too, our tentative agreement. Who benefits most from this tentative agreement? Brand new converted CCAs get a 2-step bump. All right, they get 2-step bump. People in Step P right now, they get $1,000 more. But everybody else in the middle, we're not united. We get nothing. You know. So I contend that with the creation of all these different divisions in the post office, you got Table 1, Table 2, PTF, CCAs. And I contend that we're not united. You know, that's why I read that. We're not united as all letter carriers. Because if we're all united, we'll all be starting on the same pay, Table 1, and those same tables. Yeah, but right now, the NALC started with Orlando, agreeing to the two-tier pay scale. Begins there. He put together that. He negotiated that. So we've been divided ever since. It's been since 2012, since I've been here. It's been table 1 versus table 2. Or table 1 guys, and, they go along. I've had so many people from table 1 tell me, hey, get a job at Wendy's or go to Walmart. They're hiring. If you have a complaint about it, because they were so sucked into this union is beneficial to everyone when it's not. Even throughout those subsequent contracts, the people in the middle never benefited. Only people that benefited were the CCAs as well as the table 1 carriers. Very much in the middle. We never got any real benefit from that. So I contend that NALC, Brian Renfro, they are in violation of Article 1, Section 5 to unite all letter carriers and other employees of the Postal Service for their mutual benefit. I contend, too, that by eliminating the ability to comment on the social media pages on Facebook and on X, they, too, have violated this Section 1, Article 1, Section 5 of the contract, of the Constitution. Because how can we unite? If we can't communicate with each other through those means, that's not being uniting at all. So I contend that they're in violation of the Constitution right here, and certainly with other employees of the Postal Service for their mutual benefit. Are we united with the PWU? Are we united with those guys? Are we united with the mail handlers union? What about the rural carriers? Are we united with them? If we were united with them, then we all could become under one umbrella of United States Postal Employee Union, to where all of us can come together and have if we were all united together like that, we can accomplish so much more. But because we're so divided, it's the old adage, divided we fall. And that is so true, because we are certainly divided. We see the division here, division between the unions, division amongst the carriers here. And so I contend that NALC, right here written down, is in violation of Article 1, Section 5, to unite all letter carriers and other employees of the Postal Service for mutual benefits. We certainly don't have mutual benefit, because, if we had mutual benefits, all of us would be on Table 1 pay scale. We would not have 1.3% pay increases as if that's a mutual benefit. And actually, it goes further here as you read. It says here, to obtain and secure all rights as employees of the United States Postal Service, and to strive at all times to promote the safety and welfare of every member. Safety and welfare. Let's go to welfare of every member. Is 1.3%, is that in our best welfare? Does that provide anything for us? Does that do anything? Not at all. That, compared to where we're at right now with our inflation, there's no welfare there. All of us are struggling. Some of us are doing side hustles. I'm going to have to get another license right now, because I'm thinking about doing home inspections as well. Just to add that, start doing that as a side gig, because it's just not enough. It's just not enough here. We're doing the best job that we can. We work hard, but it's still just not enough. The money is not there, and we see that the USPS and NLC, they agreed to the violation of federal law, the pay comparability law. That's a federal law that they both just violate. They don't care. They just violate it. So if they want to promote the welfare, remember, the NALC will be fighting to say, hey, USPS, you're in violation of federal law. You pay us what UPS gets paid. We reach top pay when they get paid, when they reach the top pay, and our benefits 100% paid for. Simple. But NALC does not fight for us, because Brian Renfro, as we discussed earlier in episode number 11, of the fighting carrier show, Renfro told us that we are unnecessary. We're unnecessary distractions. We interfere. He has no love for the carrier. And we cannot have a leader who does not love or have respect for the carriers. He just does not respect us at all. It's all about him and his ego and his narcissism, because that is what he does. That is him. Continues here. Let's see here. Welfare, remember, in conjunction with the Postal Service, to strive for the constant improvement of the service, to create and establish the NALC and Life Insurance Department and the NALC Health Department, to construct, maintain, and operate the NALC buildings in the city of Washington, D.C. and other localities. Right there. Okay. Other localities, I contend, move the offices out of D.C. Get away from the swamp. I know you're not going to do that because you guys have to be around the great and powerful senators and the House members. If you us as the peasants here, you get to be there and with the royalty out there, you enjoy that. You guys need to come out here to Flyoverland every once in a while to see how the rest of us are living. But you won't do that though. I'll tell you what, if I was ever president of the NALC or could do something like that, the first thing I'd do is say, hey, DC headquarters shut down. We're going to go to flyover country. You go to your respective areas where you're from or whatever. We can meet. If we have to meet, we can do it, once, twice a month or whatever. But for everything else, we got Zoom. We got all these electronic means. Now, this is not the 1980s or whatever. You can move. You need to be in D.C. for a meeting. You got things called airports. Go to the airport, fly out there, coach, or whatever. Spend the night there, and then come back home to your family. Get it back over to flyover land. That's where you need to be at. Flyover country, right there. So I definitely would. If I was ever in charge or president, I would take the headquarters out of D.C. and I would keep it right here. I live in Nebraska right now. And I would keep it here in Omaha area, or Lincoln, which is the capital of Nebraska, something flyover land. That's right there, pretty much in the middle of the country. So you can get to places, boom, boom, boom. We got a nice airport here, Eppley Airport. Boom. You can easily fly and get where we got to go. It makes no sense to be in D.C. But you guys like to be in the area. You like to see the senators there and all that expensive living down there. That's what you guys like, and that's why we have a problem here, because you live there, everybody else we live in the real world up here. So, but yeah, I just contend that the NALC is in violation of Article 1, Section 5. I firmly believe that, because again, to unite all letter carriers. Right now, the one thing they have united us all in is to vote no against this contract, this tentative agreement. They've achieved that. Renfro has achieved us being united into hating him. Really, I mean, maybe not hate him as a person, but hate what he's done, the policies here he's implemented, the agreeing with management. I mean, this guy has agreed with management to end our office time, our fixed office times. Like, why would you do that? He agrees with management when they falsify heat data and training. Why do you do that? The man is pro-management, and the video I showed in episode 11, the fighting carrier, he looks like a person that's being held hostage. Just look at his eyes. He looks like a person that's scared, like USPS has something on him. The man is being held hostage. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. So that's all I got here as far as the Constitution is concerned. Next video, I'll probably drop out tomorrow after work on Article 2. Handle that. But in the meantime, y'all have a good night. Like, follow, share as I continue to fight behind the scenes and as we continue to educate ourselves with the Constitution and other things. I encourage you to NALC website. Read the Constitution yourself and all these other documents so that you can become educated and prepare yourself. Because I didn't know we had a Constitution. the first time I heard the Constitution, when I listened to Corey Walton's show, like, we have a Constitution? Because we're not told these things or whatever. So, but yeah, so I encourage you guys to do your own homework, own research. I will continue to read, and if there's something I see that I, want to talk about, we'll do that. But y'all have a good night. I gotta get ready, wash my clothes, get ready for work tomorrow. It's package season, so we do what we gotta do. Y'all be easy. My Postal Blue family, love y'all. Take it easy.